John 6. After this, Jesus went away to the outside of the Sea of Galilee, also called the Sea of Tiberias. A larger crowd was following him because they were overseeing the miracles since he was performing once the sick. So Jesus went on up the mountain and sat down there with his disciples. Now the Jewish feast of the Passover was near. Then Jesus, when he looked up and saw that a larger crowd was coming to him, said to Philip, "When can we buy bread so that these people might eat?" Now Jesus said this to test him, for now when he was going to do. Philip replied 2,000 silver coins worth of bread will not be enough for them, for each one to get little. One of Jesus' disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, "Here is a boy who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but was good. Are they for so many people?" Jesus said to him, "The people sit down." Now there was long grace in the place, so the men sat down, about 5,000 in number. Then Jesus took the loaves, and he held give thanks. He distributed the bread to those one till he did the same with the fish, as much as they wanted. Why they were satisfied, Jesus said to his disciple, "Gather up the broken pitch, they are left over, so that nothing is wanted." So they gathered they up and filled 12 baskets with broken pitch from the 5 loaves left over by the people one day 18. Now when the people said the miraculous thing that Jesus performed, they begged to say another, "This is the contrary the prophet who is to come into the world." Then Jesus, because they were going to come and seize him by from to make him came, withdrew again up the mountainside alone. Now when evening came, his disciples went down to the lake, got into a boat, and started to cross the lake. Capernaum, and had already come dark, and Jesus had not yet come to them. By now, strong wind has blown, and sea was getting round. Then, when they had rowed about 3 or 4 miles, recounting of Jesus walked the tall, approaching the boat, and they were frightened. But he said to them in his head, "Do not afraid." Then they wanted to take him into the boat, and immediately the boat came to the land where they had been hiding. The next day they remained on the other side of that lake. Raised there only one small boat had been there, and that Jesus had not borne it with his disciple, but his disciples had gone away alone. Others both from Tiberias come to shore near the place where they eating the bread of the Lord and give thanks. So when to crown lilies, neither Jesus nor his disciples were there. They got into the boat and come to Capernaum looking for Jesus. When they found him on the other side of the lake, they said to him, "Rabbi," When you get here, Jesus replied, I tell you, that sounds true. You are looking for not because self miraculous things, but because you at all the loaves of bread I wanted. Do not work food the disciples, but for food that remains to eternal life, the food. One, the Son of Man give to you, for God the Father has put his seal on him. So then they said to him, what must we do? Accomplish the deeds God requires. Jesus replied, this is the deed God rejoiced to believe and the on whom he sent. So they said to him, then one miraculous thing will you perform, so that we might see it and believe you. What will do you? Or cross at the man in the wilderness, just is it right if them brought bread from heaven to eat? Then Jesus told them, I tell you the soul truth. It is not Moses what is give you the bread from heaven, but my Father is giving you the truth bread from heaven. For the bread of God is the one who come down from him they give life the world. So they say to him, sure, give us the bread all the time. Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. The one who comes to me will never go hungry, and one who believes in my will is never thirsty. But told you that you have seen me and still do not believe. Everyone who the Father give me will come to me, and the one who come to me I will never send away. For I come down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of the one sent me. Now this is the will of the one who sent, that I shall not lose one person of every one he has give me, but rise they all up at the last day. For this day will of my Father, for everyone they look on the Son believes in him to have eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. The Jews who were listening to Jesus began complaining about him because he said, I am the bread that come down from heaven. And they said, this is this Jesus, the son of Joseph, who father in man we know. How can he now say, I have come down from heaven? Jesus replied, do not complain about me to one another, no, and come to me unless the Father who sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. It right the proper, and they will all be taught by God. Everyone who hears and learn from the Father come to me, not the anyone has seen the Father explain the on one who is from God. He has seen the Father. I tell you the solemn truth. The one who believes has eternal life. I am the bread of life. You crossed at the man in the wilderness, and they did this. This is the bread that come down from heaven, so the person might eat from and not die. I am The live bread they come down from heaven. If anyone eat from this bread and will live forever, the bread they will give for the life of what is my flesh. Then Jews who were hostile to Jesus began to argue with one another. How can this man give us his flesh to eat? Jesus said to them, I tell you the solemn truth, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have not life in yourself. The one that eats my flesh and drinks my blood, the eternal life, and I will raise him up one day, last day. For my flesh in true food and my blood in true drink. The one eats my flesh and drink my blood, riseth in me and I in him, just and the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father. So the one who consumes me will live because of me. This is the bread that come down from heaven. It's not like in bread you eat, but the light did. The one who eats this bread will live forever. Jesus said the things will he has teaching in the synagogue in Capernaum. The many of these disciples, when they heard the things said, this they full, saying, "Who can understand it?" When Jesus was over, his disciples were complaining about this. He said to them, "Does this cause you to be afraid? Then what if you see the Son of Man, because he was before? The Spirit is the one who gives life, whom nature is of not help. The word that I have spoken to you as spirit and our life. But there are some of you who do not believe, for Jesus had already now from the beginning what those who did not believe, and who was the world betray him." So Jesus said, "Because of this I told you that not one come to me unless the Father has allowed him to come." After this, many of his disciples did follow me and did not accompany him any longer. Jesus said to 12, "You don't want to go away to do to you." Simon Peter answered him, "Lord, to one will we go? You have the word in eternal life. We have come to believe and to know that you are the Holy One of God." Jesus replied, "Did I call you the 12, and yet one you is the devil?" Now he said this about Judah, son of Simon Iscariot, for Judas one the 12 was going to betray. Thank you. Okay.